Across the continent this week, the past, the present, and the future collided. In Senegal, archaeologists are peeling back the layers of time, uncovering bones, bullets, and chains from what many now call one of colonial Africa's darkest massacres, Thiaroye, 1944. These were West African soldiers, the Tirailleurs Senegalais, who fought for France during World War II. But when they returned home, they were met not with gratitude but with gunfire. Excavations near Dakar have revealed mass graves that tell of a larger tragedy, remains with bullet wounds and chains. France recorded only 70 deaths. Senegalese researchers say there could be 300, maybe more. Senegal's President Bassirou Diomaye Faye says historical truth cannot be decreed. It must be unearthed, excavation by excavation. It's not just a dig, it's a reckoning. Senegal is reclaiming history once written by colonial hands.
The more you learn about world history, the more you know. We really been saving y'all asses this whole time. And y'all owe us so much. Have you ever heard of this? About the Thiaroye Massacre? Y'all, 1,600 soldiers went and fought for the French against the Nazis. When they got done with this war and got home, they gave all of the white soldiers their money, but they refused to give these African soldiers their money. Then, when they complained about it and refused to just take the crumbs, they shot and killed them. And they're just now commemorating. They wouldn't even acknowledge, they justified it until 2012. Now they're talking about we're going to commemorate. No. F commemorating. You need to give some money to these people's families. Then listen to this.
Thiaroye Cemetery, which is a colonial cemetery just on the outskirts of Dakar. And as you can hear, there are sirens as heads of state and President Diomaye Faye arrive at the ceremony for the commemorations of the 80th anniversary, coming to lay wreaths and lay flowers and pay their respects to the fallen soldiers, as you said, in 1944. The Senegalese Tirailleurs, who are a West African infantry made up of around 16 different countries, had served with the French army in the fight against the Nazis. They had repatriated back home here to West Africa. They were at the Camp Thiaroye, which is just up the road from here, to collect their pensions, their remittances for their work. Colonial troops opened fire and people were killed. Now, how many is the question? 35 is what the official records say, but historians actually believe the number is 100. And so
that's cap. Talking about 35, but historians are saying it's near 100. No, historians are saying it's near 400. At the very least, they're saying 300. We don't want your plaques. We don't need your commemoration. Give us the money, period. Bro, this is why they be fighting us so hard. Because they know they owe melanated people all around the world money. France, Britain, man, the UK, Australia, the United States, Canada, all of y'all, Portugal, all of y'all owe us money. That's why they don't want reparations to happen, because it's unraveling. They don't want it to unravel. Like, we great. If we ain't great, why y'all got it in y'all museum?
While Senegal digs for the truth, Tanzania votes for the future, or at least it tries to. In today's general election, President Samia Suluhu Hassan of the ruling Chama Cha Mapinduzi party stands virtually unopposed. The main opposition party, Chadema, was disqualified after refusing to sign a government-imposed code of conduct. Its leader, Tundu Lissu, remains detained on treason charges he calls political. Human rights observers say the climate of fear has silenced dissent. For many Tanzanians, democracy has become a ritual, not a right. An election without opposition, they say, is a performance, not a choice. The ruling party is expected to retain power. But the question remains, at what cost to democracy's soul?
Yet, you have 17 candidates to vote for, or rather, you're saying you not vote, but the Tanzanians that will go to the polls have 17 candidates to choose from. What are the possibilities that whatever happens, it to be a credible outcome?
You're saying 17 candidates. Ask who are these candidates? Are they real candidates with a clear aim of competing in elections, or these are just proxy parties elevated by the ruling party to assist them so that the election can be seen as a competitive and participatory, because there are other political parties or opposition parties that have taken part to produce these 17 candidates. In reality, these other parties, if you ask, they are not political parties. These are proxy parties, briefcase political parties. Some of them don't have offices in Tanzania, okay? They don't operate, they don't have even a membership anywhere in the country, yet they are called political parties, and all of a sudden, because it is an election season, they have just been resurrected from wherever they have been to field the candidates. You ask where the resources, where they're getting those resources. Obviously, they have been funded by the incumbent. As I said, the clear aim is to show that this is a competitive election, while the real candidates are out of the game.
In Rwanda, another kind of cleansing, not political, but economic. The government has ordered the removal of over 1,000 slot machines operated by foreign companies. The move follows Rwanda's new national gambling policy, which bans low-value slot machines for their high social risk and low economic benefit. In total, more than 7,000 illegal and unlicensed machines will be dismantled and recycled. Rwanda's development board says it's about protecting families and recovering value, turning addiction into accountability. One Kigali resident put it simply, "It's good they are removing them. Many young people lost everything on those machines. The metal will be reused, the lives ruined by gambling, perhaps rebuilt." It's governance not of slogans but of systems.
I used to sell shoes in Kimisagara, but as more as I kept playing gambling slot machines game, money came to an end, and then I sold the only house to go on with my business because I had a wife and children. And after selling the house, I said that let me invest this money and see if I can restore the money that I invested before. But I ended up definitely losing. Now I don't have anywhere to live. My wife and my children left me. Now my wife got remarried to another man at Ndera. Ibrahim and his fellows have said that it is like an addictive because people get addicted to gambling slot machine games. For sure, the officials have to set strategies and ban these things because they make people poor. On the other side, there are those that get chances in these games, and they witness that this money can help you in case you don't have money. You can come without having money to eat and put in 200 Rwandan francs, and it gives you 500 francs, and then you eat. Serge Bizimana is one of the people who sell these games of chance. He said that this business pays taxes just like other businesses in Rwanda. However, the players cannot rely on these games. We pay taxes. They say any excess is bad. It is caused by how any person has played these games and how he got it as a habit. The reason as to why they call them addictive is because people come with expecting profits rather than understanding that there are games of chance.
And in Kenya, grief takes to the skies. A small tourist aircraft crashed in Kwale County, killing all 11 on board, 8 Hungarians, 2 Germans, and their Kenyan pilot. The Mombasa Air Safari flight was heading to the Masai Mara National Reserve, one of Africa's most visited wildlife destinations. Witnesses say the plane burst into flames moments after takeoff. The Civil Aviation Authority has opened an inquiry. Kenya's tourism sector mourns, and once again, questions of safety take center stage. 4 stories, one continent confronting itself. Senegal digs to remember. Tanzania votes to preserve. Rwanda regulates to protect. Kenya mourns to learn. Each story reflects a continent not collapsing, but correcting, confronting colonial ghosts, democratic illusions, economic exploitation, and human fragility. This is not chaos. This is change. As Africa rewrites its own story, let us stay awake to the lessons beneath the headlines. Truth must be excavated. Justice must be defended. Accountability must be enforced. And every tragedy must be turned into resolve. Follow See Africa TV, because Africa's story must be told by Africa. The events, facts, and opinions in this broadcast are based on reports from verified news agencies and ongoing investigations. Some details may evolve as official findings are released. This is See Africa TV. Stay informed, stay awake, and keep Africa in your heart.